right now, baby, was telling me. You know what time it is. He ain't corrupt. Put your hands on you.
So you ready? Oh, so check this out, man. We live. Dangerous Paradise TV, prime time, motherfucking live. Hustlers 101. This is the 2021 podcast of the year, 2022 podcast of the year. These are my partners, man, my friends, man. They let me be on their podcast a couple of times, man. And they've been on one of my podcasts as well, man. Hey, man, I love these guys, man. They have had legendary people on their podcast, from the East Side Boy to Brian Michael Cox to
Pastor Troy.
Pastor Troy. Oh, they had a Pastor Troy interview. They have had so many I don't want to cuss. They have so many people on it. They let you know why they were selected 2021 and 22 best podcasts of the year. Hey man, I want to introduce you to Big Talk, Big Game.
You real man. What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Introduce yourself.
Man, this your boy D-Rail, and I go by the name of Lee. What up? And like he said, we are Big Talk, Big Game Podcast, man. Appreciate you for having us, Pete, man.
Hey, man, you great. You know what's that? Back time, man.
Hey.
What the fuck is going on?
All the P fans, man. It's a real one, man. We appreciate being on the show.
Right.
From day one, been cool, man. Y'all know how it is, man. Y'all know how it is.
Man, we just have day one, man. He had a dance contest with Raz B. Man, this man literally had he really started ticking against Raz B. I'm talking about.
Shout out Raz B, man.
It was in the flesh, so you know how you think about B2K on 106 in Park. This man was battling this guy. We had an event. He battled out there. Wow.
Hey, we just like to have fun, man.
I love it.
Enjoy life.
Talk about the origin of Big Talk, Big Game, man.
You know what I'm saying? So Big Talk, Big Game, we started the pandemic, back in October 2020. And it was just, we were just thinking let's do something. We already, ain't shying away from front of the camera. We always talking stuff, always, talking some real stuff and just saying stuff that people want to hear. Yeah. But also saying stuff that people are already thinking. They're just afraid to say it. So you know what? Let us say it. So we were like, let's just start a show. Okay. And then, it started off with three of us. We just started the show, and just from there, it just took off. More and more. We did it each week, one day a week, and it's been building ever since. Yeah. And then once we got, our niche, our rhythm down, it wasn't no stopping us from there, man.
Yeah, I mean, just think of it like conversations with your boys after hooping. And y'all, y'all just chilling. At the barbershop, at the cookout, man. We just regular people.
Just do it,
we just have a good time, have conversations about whatever the hell is going on. So we about to coach you. We have authors on our show, entrepreneurs. We looking out for our people. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of artists and actors and comedians. And actually, we wasn't even designing it as a show to have guests. We were just talking. But people started hitting us up.
Same.
So if you're looking to start a podcast, it's just about being yourself and get in front of a mic, a camera, and talk. We're actors already, or we've been doing acting for years, so it was like a natural progression to the camera.
Right. Man, get my partner Gary White on there. Y'all need to talk.
Gary White, we need to get Gary White on there.
Gary White on there. Real man, G, talk to him.
Yeah.
So man, listen. So let's talk about what has been y'all most iconic moment for interviewing. Who have y'all been starstruck by?
Well, we had a show, a sex talk show, where we had a panel of females, and a couple of us guys, and we were just telling stories and talking about just
that got real
sex.
interesting. That got real. We had that sex talk show. That got real interesting.
That was interesting, man.
That got real interesting. I'm talking about. We had one girl on there that showed us a sex position.
Oh,
live action. In live action, I'm talking about put both her legs behind her head and put a water bottle right there and just start shaking it, making the water. I'm like, oh my God, this is going on for real. This is for real.
That's started to turn into some other shit.
Right.
Started to turn triple X rated.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And It just type of stuff like that we do. We unfiltered, we just let anything go. But as far as our biggest iconic moment, I would say probably our biggest star was Brian Michael Cox.
Yeah, we just had, recent memory, we just had Brian.
That was dope, man.
Brian Michael Cox. Yeah, He's worked. If you don't know who that is, the big time songwriter, producer. He was with So Def. He wrote You Got It Bad by Usher. He wrote Mariah Carey. A bunch of Mariah Carey songs. Jagged Edge. A lot of Bow Wow stuff. You know, just you name it almost. Chris Brown.
He worked with Ari Lennox.
Yeah, he did Pressure. He wrote Pressure
with Ari Lennox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chris Brown to even new artists, Money Long. Kaylani, like he's been doing all kinds of stuff for so many years, over 30 years. So.
You know, real call me and say, "Hey, bro, we got Brian Michael."
I did.
You know what I'm saying? All I do is congratulate. I don't never lie. I be like, bro, do y'all kill that shit, man?
Yeah, we had Omar Gooding on there.
Bro, that's iconic, bro.
We had Rodney Perry.
Comedian Rodney Perry. Had a couple guys from Wild 'N Out, Top Chronicles.
We had Jizzle from the Franchise Boys. You know what I'm saying? We had some people on the show, man. You know what I'm saying? We had some people on the show.
Speaking of,
and we had not to cut you off, and we had a Channel 2 news reporter come on our show. You know what I'm saying? We open to anybody that wants to come on our show and just talk their stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what they do, hey, we all for it, and we can have any type of conversation on the show.
Yeah, drag the Ken. And you know, if you come to our show, we kind of put you in our world. But it's just conversation at the end of the day. We get to know you. We ask some crazy, wild questions. We go through a couple games to see where you at with it, just to get people to get to know you and give you a chance to promote and push your platform.
Ask me about dick and pussy.
Oh yeah!
I heard that show. The best combo.
No. I had
the best. So
I do a rank 'em, and that rank 'em was rank these duos, the best duos. And one duo was Outkast.
Yeah.
You know, I had Mac and Cheese as a duo.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad as a duo. And then Dick and Pussy. And you had to rank in order the best duo. So you know we have fun.
I forgot what I said, bro.
We got to pull it up.
I forgot what I said. I'll find it and put it in the episode.
So I was like, rank your order of the best duo by your preference.
And it's crazy because he had visuals.
I have visuals.
He had visuals, and we put the visuals on the screen too. He had visuals. You know what I'm saying? So
the visual wasn't, you know, it was a rooster and a kitten.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Was the visual. You know, I mean, you know, we just have fun, man, and you know, we throw people off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't care what who you are, we gonna give you our games and we gonna have fun with it.
Our games, you know
and most of the time, people will have a good time with it, and you know, they want to come back or whatever. So.
Everybody we done had come to our show, man, they all said the same thing. Man, I love this interview. Everybody has come to our show. They love the interview. Like Pimp McKen has came like what 3-4 times?
Yeah, Pimp McKen. And he'll bring an artist, or he'll bring an idea or something he's promoting. So we just have fun. And if you're out here trying to start a podcast, we ain't no gatekeeping, man. Start you one and just be yourself. Right. Have conversations. The best thing if you have guests, just make your guests feel comfortable. Just by being yourself. And again, treat it like you're just talking to people, you know, your homie, you know, and most people gonna relate to you. So.
Hey, man, that's real, man.
And also be consistent.
Facts.
If you're going to get in it, don't just be here today and then nobody hear from you again for another 6 months.
Yeah.
Get you a day or two, however you want to do it, and do it on that same day and time every single time. Because once you fall off, people gonna forget about you.
We get so much insight. Like Brian Michael Cox came on our show and he was just like, you know, he's telling us about how he got started. Well, how did you get with So Def? He moved up here to Atlanta, and he said he was at Clark. And one cool thing he said he did was he looked at the advertisements, the flyers around, and he knew the studios. He would call the studio because he's trying to be a writer producer. And he called the studio. He's like, "Hey, I just want to come help out. I don't got to be a writer. I can sweep floors." But instead of him calling every day, the smart thing he did was he called once a week at the same time. So they knew at 3 o'clock Tuesday, he's calling. Hey, I just want to come help. Eventually they was like, you know, just come on up here.
Right. He's calling every Tuesday.
And that's what kicked that man off.
Yeah, that's what kicked him off.
And it's like, you just got to be creative and go for it. And so little tips and insight like that, we love when our guests tell those stories and things like that when they come out.
Hey, man, that's iconic from a legend, bro.
Man,
Y'all definitely legend from a legend.
Definitely.
So, like, with the Omar Gooding episode, I just want to ask y'all guys, man, like, how was y'all mindset going in there? Because that's like one of our childhood equals. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because he was on Wild and Crazy Kids, Wild and Crazy Kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nickelodeon. Then he was on Hey Mr. Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was on
Smart Guy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then he was what's his name with Baby Boy?
Peanut.
Peanut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, how did y'all go to person? Because that's iconic though.
Well, ask him. That's his twin brother. So ask him.
Oh my God.
Ask him. You know.
Me and him still though. We talking to him like I don't really.
Hey, do he look like Omar Gooding?
No,
Be
he
real.
don't.
Be real.
He don't.
He do know it. He do know it. Oh, dude. He do know it. Oh,
People say that.
Omar Gooding, man.
People say that. I don't know, man. But Omar was mad cool though, man.
Yeah,
He
he
was
real
vibrant.
cool,
He was
man.
energetic. You know, you get somebody with energy like that. He was down here to do his comedy thing. You know, he do everything.
Yeah, he told us a story about him and Tyrese, how Tyrese wanted to kick it with him, but he was like, man, what you on? You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I'm on. You
So
know
what
I'm
would
saying?
you think? What was the vibe between it? Because usually, like I remember playing on teams with different people. We would kick it so we can get our chemistry together. So
Right.
when we get in certain situations, it's a trust build. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I heard him tell that story. You know what I'm saying? On y'all podcast. So I was just kind of like, how did y'all feel about that chemistry? Because as the lead actor and as your support actor, y'all should have a chemistry. You feel me?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, you should have a chemistry outside of the studio, you know, so you can build that chemistry, build that relationship, and build that, you know, that rapport, you know what I'm saying? So when y'all get in front of the camera, you know, you're ready. But for them to do that in front of the camera and y'all never built a rapport outside the camera, nigga, that's great acting, dog. That is great acting, dog.
I think what it was from Omar's perspective, and I'm not gonna put words in his mouth, but it seemed like, you know, you do that with people, but everybody is not as receptive to that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't work like that. So you still kind of got to read the room and be like, okay, well, maybe he ain't into that. And I guess what he was saying, what Omar was saying was Tyrese was kind of pushing that and forcing it a little bit. And maybe if it happened organically, that'd be different. But I get what you're saying, because with teammates, we're going to go bowling, we're going to do stuff.
You know how that works.
Yeah. But everybody ain't like that. And you got to think from his perspective also. He's been doing it since he was a kid. His big brother, you know, been doing it. So he come in a little bit more different perspective.
And then I can also see too, you know what I'm saying? Let's say if you are an actor and an actress and y'all have a sex scene, you know what's in there. Are you going to go off scene and practice that? No, you're not. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if we talking about the same thing, though.
You're not. You know what I'm saying? So
Now you back on that sex
Right.
talk.
I'm just, you just got to go in front of the camera and just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? So you're just not gonna go off camera. I mean, unless y'all. I mean, I don't know y'all situation.
Now we
You know
going
what
to
I'm saying?
another direction.
But you're just not gonna go off camera and practice that. You know. So I'm just saying.
To each his own.
So all right, so I'm gonna piggyback off that. So has anybody been difficult to interview for you guys?
I wouldn't say difficult. I would say more like
they're real shy. It feels like, or like restrained. They don't know what they expect.
We had a couple of people like that we didn't think was going to be like that. You know, like we had one lady, you know what I'm saying, that was on our show, and we thought that she was going to be, you know what I'm saying.
Well, she talked a lot of shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, talked a lot of shit. But once the cameras came on, it's like, hold on, wait a minute, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't like what you was off camera? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So like with them kind of people, we still like make it a good show. But we know in our mind, like, yeah, I don't think this person.
Sometimes you gotta realize,
like, I don't think this person gonna come back no more.
Sometimes you gotta realize everybody is not comfortable in front of the camera, regardless of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So people will switch it up on you when they get on camera. And sometimes, and we, like I said, we have entrepreneurs, regular business people, we have caterers and stuff like that. They might come on the show, but they're not used to being in that forefront.
Yeah.
You know, you know how to work a grill, but you don't know how to promote yourself.
You
need somebody else to do it or what have you. So sometimes you get that, but for the most part, everybody's regular people.
Yeah, for the most part.
And you just kind of read the room and try to fit in where you fit in. You know?
So my next thing is, okay, so, couldn't let me repeat it. Okay, so like, my next thing to ask y'all guys, man, how did you guys come up with the game? The name, Big Talk, Big Game.
Well, to be honest with you, it was me, myself, Darrell, and we got a comedian friend, comedian EJ.
Yeah.
And when we was thinking about it, I was just writing down a whole bunch of names. And, you know, we in Atlanta, we all Pastor Troy fans. So,
okay, I'm gonna get on that next.
had big talk, big game,
Right,
take
right.
a name.
Oh.
No more playing yet.
Right.
That's just me thinking of names.
Right.
And I brought it to them, and they, I brought a whole bunch of names. And we was going down the list, and we just automatically got to that. Was like, big talk, big game, team bad, man. And then we was like, you know what? Shit, fuck it.
Now, it actually really came down to 2 names. But Big Talk, Big Game got the most votes, though. You know what I'm saying? We
What was the
circled
other
back
name?
around. The other name was Man Listen.
Yeah, we had like,
That
man,
was
listen.
Man Listen.
Man, we was gonna kind of, but it was a
Right.
little gimmicky, you know what I'm saying? To be like, man, listen, man, let me tell you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So something like that. So it just turned into
So
Big
it
Talk.
just turned into Big Talk, Big Game, you know what I'm saying? And actually, he came on our show and solidified and stamped us and
Yeah,
said,
he gave us the advantage.
y'all can use that name. You know what I'm saying? He came on our show and said, y'all can use that name.
What was crazy about the Pastor Troy well, I don't know if he's gonna get to it, but the Pastor Troy
I was going
episode,
into it. I was going in.
yeah, it was so crazy how we got to spit a verse with him.
Yeah.
Because he was telling us about, you know, we asked him about like
the
so
song, but he had with Lil Jon them.
throw it up. We asked him, what's the song that get crazy?
It's the pastor.
Yeah,
Ready it up,
yeah.
man. And we did the whole verse with him, man. We was hyped after that.
And we didn't know when we asked him, he just gave us a premiere. He was like, you know what, just to let y'all know, that was a full freestyle. He didn't write that down.
He said I freestyled that.
He freestyled that right then and there, you know what I'm saying? He freestyled that.
That's what we said.
And he said that's the reason why he was rapping like, it's the pastor. Ready to blast.
Like
he was thinking.
you know.
Right.
I don't play
You know what I'm saying?
no
The whole freestyle.
That's crazy, bro.
The whole freestyle.
So like, I'm gonna ask y'all, what's y'all favorite Pastor Troy CD?
Pastor Troy CD?
Oh, face off.
Face Off. Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you mine. It's Stay True.
Okay.
Stay True, my favorite one, bro.
Okay. What's your favorite song on that one?
Goddamn, Stay True, Polo and Cox. Police can't break this up.
Okay.
Police, you know what
I see you get up already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
That's the one you like? Yeah.
What was that? I mean, for me, say Crown Royal. That Crown Royal we say was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next thing with you guys, man. Okay, so no, I'm Instagram about Nelly. So let's talk about it. So how do you feel about Nelly right now in this day and age? Because I have no problem with him what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's his preference. That's what his money leads him to. So I feel.
You told me you on him before what he did? Well, here's the thing about that is that nobody thought. Well, put it this way. I think they pre-did that
Right.
because we was assuming and they was assuming that Kamala was gonna win.
Right.
So, so since you already solidified that to be done, regardless, it was kind of hard for him to back out. It's like, okay, fuck, we know we don't really want you to make it look like you're doing a concert for Trump, but you already solidified that you're gonna go and do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because we was hoping that Kamala was gonna win, but it ended up being Trump, and it's like, I can't pull it out now. I already said I'm gonna go and do it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say and make it look bad or whatnot, like I'm gonna cancel because of Trump. You just gonna go and do the concert, and you just doing the concert. You ain't supporting Trump. You just already said you're gonna do the concert. So I didn't think nothing of it. You know, I'm not hating on them or whatnot. I still love them. I probably would have did the same damn thing. If I already solidified it, I'm gonna go and stay in it. I'm not gonna back out of the deal. I'm not gonna back out of the deal.
How do y'all feel overall about Trump now?
Shit, I didn't vote for the motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I didn't vote for him. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I didn't vote for him. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you voted for Trump, I'm gonna look at y'all and be like, you know what? This is what y'all get, because this is who y'all want. I told y'all he should have got back in there.
I mean, as far as Trump, I think he's a genius the way he got this set up, because it's really marketing. Because if you scroll on any social media, you're gonna see everything Trump doing, regardless if you agree with it or not. You know what's going on. I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta search and find and research what Biden and them was doing when they was in the White House. I think more than anything, it's a Trump win because the Democrats didn't do enough to push the envelope. They looked as if they were weak because you didn't really hear from it. And it's not that they wasn't saying stuff, it's just the way in which you gotta do it. Trump uses social media. He got Elon Musk, he got these people behind him to where he can get these messages to you. And now we're looking at it like he has a very cult following. The people that follow him, I don't know if I've seen such a thing where people are like really riled up and rallying, no pun intended, rallying with him. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you got the Capitol storm, you got these people that are diehard in our lifetime, I don't know if I've ever seen like a group of people, regardless of what side they're on, so in tune with what this man is going on, where it's almost he can do no wrong. You say something, everybody defend him. You know what I'm saying? You think that would have happened with Obama the way we did for Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you. But the fact that they're able to gather and do that, regardless of the policy, you still got, everybody said, you still got to do what you got to do. The rules are the rules of what they are. You got to follow suit.
But he's changing it though, man. Like he's taking stuff away. Like so you support that?
I'm not saying I support it, but I'm saying he's putting his imprint, whatever that may be. We know what he stands for. We don't know what Biden stands for real.
But we know that he won't be doing what Trump doing. We know that.
We know that he had this opportunity to do something.
But
and what did he do?
We know that Trump won't be doing what Biden won't be doing what Trump doing right now. We know that whether we knew what he was doing or wanted to do, we know Biden won't be doing it.
Right now, you can tell me a couple things that Trump's done right now. You can't tell me that much about Biden.
I ain't saying I can tell you much about Biden, but I'm saying what Trump
we know they're not doing it. They're gonna do the same thing.
They're not gonna do what he's doing.
We know they're not gonna do the same thing. They're on two different sides.
And that's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. So that's no argument. We know that Trump came in. He said, "I'm gonna handle this DEI shit. I'm gonna handle the Latinos and the people that's coming from different areas or whatever." He said he's gonna do that. We see it being done. I don't agree with it. All I'm saying is he does. I can't agree with nobody everything. You know what I'm saying? I can't agree with everything he's done. I do agree with the fact that he got transgender out of women's sports. Because I didn't agree with that from the jump.
As he should. So how do you feel about that? Because the thing about that is, why as a full-fledged male would you want to jump into swimming, basketball, anything of that sort, to dominate women when women are already facing like barriers in sports
Absolutely.
as well? So like talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well that's the one thing that I definitely agree with Trump on as far as getting transgender. Because I feel like, okay, if you want to do transgender, maybe it should be the men's 4x800, the women's 4x800, and the transgender 4x800. Let's just make another category. I get what Trump said. Trump said, well, like, we cutting all that out. It's just going to be two sexes. You know what I'm saying? Like, on your passport, if you was born a male biologically, I don't care what you decide you want to be, it's going to say male on it. Male. That's no disrespect to nobody. Right. That's just what you biologically, it's no lying. You're biologically born that.
And I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. But my point is, I don't necessarily agree with everything he's doing. But that's one thing I agree with.
But we live in a world today. Even though they was born a man and then now they became a woman. You telling me right now that ain't nobody gonna say nothing if they see a woman running a man's sport. They gonna think that that's a woman from the beginning without even knowing that used to be a man. You tell me they're not gonna say nothing.
Come on,
I'm just saying. I'm good at it.
I'm good at it. You tell me right now they can't say nothing. You tell me they're not gonna say nothing.
Most of the time.
I'm just saying, before you even know that, you just see a woman out there running a 4x8 with a man. You be like, what the hell is going on? Why is a woman out here with a man?
Right.
Before you know that she was a transgender.
Right.
You gonna say that and you gonna be like, what the hell's going on? So that's all I'm saying. So you gotta look at both sides because they want to compete too. So they in a lose-lose situation. You know what I'm saying? If they run with the women or they run with the man, they in a lose-lose situation.
But if they running with the men, we know that they were biologically a man.
You don't know that at the beginning.
We do know that because they said you can't get in unless you're a man. You can't run that race unless you're a man.
So you tell me that if a woman is a transgender,
I'm gonna know she's a transgender if she running with the men.
You're not gonna know.
But
I know what the rules are.
Hey, the committee may know, but you're not gonna know.
I'm gonna know if she in there because I know what the committee knows.
Look, the thing about it, they gonna put that paperwork out.
It's gonna be out there.
It's not gonna be a secret. It's not gonna be a
just
secret.
like we're gonna know their age. Just like we're gonna know where they from.
Remember the woman that
we're gonna know the tail of the tape.
The trans that tried to race against the women, and they put him out because, you know what I'm saying, he was beating all them. Once they found that out, they was like, oh no, you eliminated. You know, it was probably one girl that beat him. You know what I'm saying? So like,
you gotta get a physical. You gonna have to get a physical.
You gotta look at.
We gonna know who you are.
I'm just saying,
you can lie about your age, but we gonna still look at the birth certificate.
But I'm just saying, because Africans go over all the time.
Before you even sit down on the blocks to race, they gotta get your paperwork.
And you can, as an African, they come over here and they can say what age they, because they really don't know what age they are. You know what I'm saying? So they can say they 17, but the whole time they could have been 30. We would never know.
By DNA, you can
we would never know.
But you're gonna be able to tell the gender.
I'm just talking about just giving a different
But if you
example.
do blood work, you can find the age. You can find the age of blood work.
But that's gonna probably be after the fact. He done already won.
You gotta get all that shit. You gotta get all that shit.
You already won.
So check this out. So all right. So I'm gonna shoot at the real. Real. Who has a bigger impact on St. Louis, Nelly or Jaquan?
Nelly, of course. It ain't even close. It ain't even close.
Everybody in the club get tips.
Hey, but Jaquan got an influence on country music.
Facts. Nelly got a country.
He do too.
It ain't even close. It's Nelly. It ain't even
Nelly.
Yeah,
close.
Nelly all that. It might be Sexy Red now.
Stop it, bro.
Yeah.
That Drake song.
I'm hearing some it's great.
She's the new. She's new.
Hey, listen, she's the new. But Nelly put St. Louis on the map. Niggas wouldn't even talk about St. Louis if it wasn't for Nelly.
Absolutely.
Man, listen, when that goddamn country drama video came out, all us tuned in.
Man.
You can't tell us we want to. Man, shit, man, my partner chill. No, we sang that being in 6th grade.
I'm gonna tell you what Nelly did.
What's up?
Nelly made everybody rep their city.
Fact.
That wasn't New York, LA, or Atlanta. That's Cuckoo Cal came in with the Milwaukee shit. Petey Pablo came in with the North Carolina. Like everybody all of a sudden had to say,
hey,
let me get my city on.
I'ma still
That's
say
what
Nelly,
Nelly did.
even with Sexy Red, because Nelly went diamond. Sexy Red ain't never went
Talk them
diamond.
numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
Sexy Red ain't never went diamond. And to be honest with you, Sexy Red probably would never go diamond.
But I'm gonna tell you what,
She would never go diamond.
Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they'd have to do their history because they might not. I dressed as Nelly for Halloween one time. This kid ain't know who the hell I was. Yeah, man. Long teeth. I went to the club where we got a bonfire. I'm dealing with 25, 26, 28 years old. They had no idea. 28 years old. They had no idea who Nelly was. I thought about it. Damn, they were born in like 99, 2000. That's when Nelly was popular.
Because I'm gonna tell you, cause look, when Country Grammar came out, bro, the TV still had the big.
Yeah.
The tube TV.
That's old school. Y'all 30 and up, welcome.
I remember bumping that at the bus stop, boy, like for real, boy. Hot shit. I'm going down, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember bumping that, boy.
Hey, Nelly run was epic, man.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all youngin', man, learn the history. That Nelly run was jumping.
So I'm gonna ask y'all, what is the most in y'all lifetime? What has been the most iconic rap beat?
Iconic rap beat?
Yeah.
I can
In my era, it was Biggie, Tupac, of course.
Rap?
Oh, beef.
I said beats. Oh, okay.
My bad, y'all.
Beef. Yeah. Our era was Biggie, Tupac.
Yeah, Biggie, Tupac.
But that Jay-Z Nas hit when we was in like high school.
Facts. I had that. I remember having that CD, bro.
Yeah.
That first time I heard Ether, bro. Oh,
and it was over after that. I don't care what he came in.
It was
over after Ether.
I'm a senior in high school. That came out 2001.
Right. It was over after Ether. I don't give a damn what Jay-Z came in after that. It was over after Ether.
Hey, look, he came out with that super early. I didn't give a fuck.
Right. It was over.
It was over with, man.
Done.
Oh, okay, so like with Nelly, not Nelly, goddamn, Nas called the radio, right? And Nas was just basically like, why y'all still playing this man's shit, man? I just murdered this man. All this shit. What the fuck is going on? And I felt the same way. I was like, bro, this shit, like, get this man out the door, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember, what? He paid. The money walked. The money did walk, but the hood in the world knows.
I'm gonna tell you how smart.
The hood know that. Hey, Nas got it, dog. Nas got it.
Everybody know.
Hold on. When that motherfucker Ether came on, you heard Tupac say, "Fuck Jay-Z." What the fuck is going on in here?
Yeah.
Bro, we knew something was up.
I'm gonna tell you how smart Jay-Z was.
He signed him.
He squashed it. He signed him. Squashed it. He had to do that.
He had
to do that. Now, Jay-Z's the boss over them. You know what I'm saying? He had to. You can't do shit else.
But guess what else he did after that? He pushed that what DMX out. What's that nigga to happen?
Yeah.
DMX was still raw talent.
Yeah.
Why would we push DMX out, man? 2 platinum CDs in the same year? Why would you ever do that? DMX. You know what I'm saying? But okay.
Yeah.
So like, man, I'm gonna go to y'all about sports now, man. Who y'all feeling in sports right now, man? For the Super Bowl, who y'all feel like gonna win?
Chiefs.
Chiefs, me too.
It's hard to bet it impact on.
It ain't even a thought, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like up down, Eagles got the better players out there, and you say, okay, Jims and Joes win the game, but the mind of Andy Reid and the perseverance of damn Pat Mahomes, that's hard to bet against. I have to see it first. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
Hey, them boys brought some mean ass plays, boy.
And then also you gotta look at the statistics. Okay, they playing in the dome. In the playoffs alone, Patrick Mahomes is 15-0 in the dome. He ain't never lost a playoff game in the dome yet. Also, anytime the Chiefs are down by 10 plus points in the playoffs, they always come back and win. They only lost one time, and that's against Brady. That's the only time they lost when they're down 10 plus points.
I'm gonna tell you why that shit really don't matter.
And then also, the coach of the Eagles is 0-8 against Patrick Mahomes. He has never beat Mahomes.
That's true. But history always matters until it don't. Because if you remember, the Patriots was 18-0. Who thought the Patriots gonna lose to the Giants that year? Nobody.
I did. That niggas was real.
Them niggas was 18-0. With and added Randy Moss.
That niggas was real.
Them niggas, nobody thought they was gonna win that.
Stop playing with straight hands.
That nigga, right. They had straight hand. They had Pierre Paul. They had there was somebody else there. They had Tuck.
But see, check this out. Y'all naming players on the field.
Let's go on that team. Let's go on
Let's go Bears on that team. But listen, y'all naming players, just like we just said. But you just named stats of the history. We talking about the history. That's why that proves my point. The history don't mean shit. Patriots was 18-0. They was the dream team. But they had won Super Bowls before that. We was going off history before the game.
But nobody has ever won undefeated though. That's the problem.
John Shula didn't win undefeated. What you talking about?
They didn't win a Super Bowl.
72 Dolphins?
No.
Yeah, they split the whole thing.
Moreno did win.
What Super Bowl they win?
Not Marino.
Not Marino was that?
No, not Marino.
What Super Bowl name? Look at the list. Google it. They never won a Super Bowl.
The
Dolphins never won a Super Bowl.
They
never won a Super Bowl.
They got close.
Look it up.
They got close.
Look it up. They are not. If you name all the Super Bowls, you would never name the Dolphins.
My point is, you're talking about something in O. Something in O. History means something until it's broken.
Hey, let me know if you see the Dolphins in there. Hey, you can let me know at the show that you ain't gonna never see them. I know you ain't gonna never see them.
Either way, the point is, history means something until it don't mean nothing.
See them, dog.
Piggybacking off that, who is the GOAT in basketball then to you guys?
Right now? Or just ever?
Ever.
All time? LeBron James.
Ooh. What you gonna say? You gonna agree with him?
I can name some stuff. LeBron James.
You know who I'm gonna go with.
I can name some stuff LeBron James that Michael Jordan ain't done.
Of course, if you're gonna be in the league longer, what you mean?
But I'm talking about. Is that his fault?
That's not his fault.
All right then. So don't even say that. Don't even say that.
Hold on.
Don't even say that.
If we talking overall play,
like Tupac. So they're like Tupac.
Jordan, what's Tupac?
All this work in this much time.
Is that Tupac's fault?
It's not his fault.
Okay then.
But it's not Michael Jordan's fault either.
Yes, it is because Michael Jordan could have played longer. He chose not to.
True. Well, no, he chose to go out on top. LeBron go out at the bottom.
Hey, what you just say? What you say? He chose not to.
Michael Jordan didn't go out on top.
Right, Michael Jordan go out on top. When did Michael Jordan go out on top?
Michael Jordan didn't go out on top.
Michael Jordan.
He came back, went to the Wizards.
And then shit.
He ain't go out on top. He got
He do a goddamn thing.
That love the game.
He do a goddamn thing.
How's that love the game?
Overall player, man, you gotta go LeBron overall player.
Okay, stats, of course.
I'm just talking about overall player.
Hang time when y'all push that.
I'm gonna tell you what Michael Jordan had. Michael Jordan was clutch.
You know I'm talking Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was clutch. You didn't want him with the ball at the end of the game.
Listen, hold on.
What shoes I got on right now?
Who played Michael Jordan's position on the opposing side of the championship game?
Clyde.
91, 94.
Hey, hold on.
You can't say Clyde.
Hold on. Okay. That's your best player? Clyde is, right?
No, he's not.
Hakeem. Listen. No, listen. I said just Jordan's position. He played against Clyde, Dan Marley, Jeff
Dan Marley was a defense.
You act like Jeff Hornacek said to get 30 on
Listen. Hear me out. Hear me out. The reason why I named them names, are you telling me that the players that play LeBron position is not better than them positions?
I'm not gonna say that, but the thing about it,
because you can't say it.
Because LeBron when they go see help, how many?
You can't say it.
My hand was Scotty.
You
and then
listen.
Rodman.
Look who Jordan was going to get in position.
Hold on, I'm gonna name you. Kevin Love, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Listen,
We talking about players or teams?
Listen,
You ready for
listen.
the most?
Hold on, listen. Listen, hold on. Time out. No, time out.
Okay.
Listen.
All right.
He would have never had Kyrie if he wouldn't have left.
Okay, he left for the dumb one. Okay.
He would have never had Kyrie if he would have left.
But you still walk back into a good situation.
He would have never had Kevin Love if he would have left.
Hey,
So it came back.
but start naming the coaches. Start naming the coaches LeBron had.
Oh, that's LeBron. LeBron has never had a great coach to keep him down.
Right.
He can't take one.
How do you know he can't tell you?
They never get one.
He wanted Popovich.
He wanted Pat.
He wanted Popovich years ago. Popovich didn't want to leave the Spurs.
He wanted that boy. He wanted our boy, the video man, to get fired. What's our boy name?
Who?
Miami head coach right now.
Eric Spoelstra.
Eric. He wanted Spo to get fired. That wasn't love.
Well, no.
Yeah, you know it was.
No.
And then Pat Riley just. Pat Riley just.
If I'm looking at LeBron and Jordan, LeBron's a better player to build around. I would say.
Right, he is, man.
But he's a better overall
Of
player.
course.
Michael Jordan is the most clutch player there is.
Ever.
That damn fadeaway at the end, like, it's
Hey,
unstoppable.
look, when you see that fadeaway go up,
That's gotta
when you see that fadeaway go up in the playoffs, you like,
It's over with.
Listen.
At the end of the game,
Listen.
it's over with.
Hey, okay.
It's over with.
That leads me to my next question then.
Okay, look.
So are you saying Jordan fadeaway is more clutch and unstoppable than the skyhook?
No, I'm not gonna say this.
Nah.
Okay, listen.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna say that.
Hey, you gonna tell the story? Tell it on now.
Hey,
Tell it on.
by the numbers, before LeBron did all this extra shit.
Because Kareem got 6 championships too.
Kareem is really the greatest of all time. Michael is the most greatest of all time, popularity-wise.
Well, he did the most
Because
for the
look at
game.
the shoes we got on right now.
He did the most for the game. But if we talk about player, he did the most for the game. Movies, Gatorade, endorsement.
Yeah.
He got these players money these days.
Michael Jordan is a bigger brand.
He's a bigger brand.
But if our player is LeBron. It's LeBron.
Michael Jordan changed sports.
Man, LeBron.
Michael Jordan changed sports for real.
Niggas was tapping that ass in LeBron era. Niggas tapped that ass in LeBron era.
So, but, listen.
LeBron,
Hey,
Because now you talking about team versus player.
Listen. But was the players worse or better now?
You can't use
Then
that
the
argument.
Offenses were different.
Huh?
Offenses were different.
You can't use that argument.
It was more so the evolution of the offense.
Did y'all
Exactly. You can't use that argument.
You got to. Because that's what we played this era.
You can only play in the era that you in.
Right. But you got to use that.
But those players that Jordan played against was the best of his era. You can't use that.
So check this out.
They need that era to get to this era.
Because when LeBron played Steph and the boys, it was really the battle between the 3 ball and the dart. It was the battle of 3 versus 2.
So when they picked up Kevin Durant, that didn't mean nothing.
Because what Kevin Durant shoot a lot of?
But have you seen a 7'2" guard that Jordan played against?
Man.
No.
And they didn't.
No.
That's why you can't use era for era.
didn't.
That's why you can't use. That's why you can't use that argument.
But he
You
had.
didn't.
It didn't exist.
But he had seen the greatest pick and roll of all time.
You didn't see us. He didn't see no Kevin Durant. Jordan never saw Kevin Durant and played against Kevin Durant.
But he played against Carmelo.
But that's what I'm saying.
Post.
That's why you can't do era. That's why you can't do.
So
He didn't guard Carmelo.
So it's an undersized power forward playing. The power forward at 6'6", and still took these boys.
Jordan didn't guard Carmelo. He guarded motherfucker Stockton and Hornacek.
But look, he got the game winning steal. He got that steal.
Hey,
what did he do? Offer help, but he wasn't guarding no one.
LeBron didn't face the bad boys.
Right.
LeBron didn't face the bad boys. LeBron never got beat down. LeBron couldn't get fouled like that. He didn't face Rodman. You can't go era for era because what's in that era.
But he did face that.
He faced Draymond Green.
But Draymond Green couldn't do the things that the bad boys could do.
But check this out. He did face that Pistons team that got down whooped that ass. He did face that Magic team that
Spurs.
whooped that ass. That Magic team beat his ass, and that Pistons team beat his ass.
Spurs team got.
Spurs team knocked his ass. He got all the way to the finals. He wasn't gonna beat Timmy and then
But that's why I would say
LeBron.
But that's why I would say LeBron is the greatest.
Hey, but name a player outside LeBron that's still in the league when he played the Spurs in 07. I'll wait.
But that's why LeBron could be the greatest of all time. Because he got there to the finals with the bullshit that he had.
I'm still waiting.
He got there every year
Okay,
with nobody else on his team.
Wait.
Okay, Dwayne Wade broke down.
No. I said 07 when he played the Spurs when he got swept.
Chris Bosh was in the league.
No, he was with Cleveland in 07. Name somebody on that 07 team that even made the All-Star on that team.
Big Z.
Mo Williams.
Big Z.
Nobody talks about Big Z and Mo Williams.
Big Z was there.
Nobody talks about.
Big Z.
Hey,
he was there.
hey, you are not going to start a team with Big Z.
Big Z.
You are not going to make your first pick is Big Z.
Who had Eric Snow? Mo Williams?
Right.
Eric Snow.
You just not going to do
He
it.
didn't have Mo Williams. He had Eric Snow. He had
Verajao?
You're not going to pick Verajao as your first pick.
Verajao?
Right.
What was the shooter name? Calvin?
Who? Exactly. You don't even know him. See what I'm saying? He got with that team.
Verajao, Pavlovich, Eric Snow, Big Z, All-Star.
Yeah.
You're not going to pick Big Z as your first center.
Hey, but Big Z was an All-Star, though.
You're not going to pick Big Z as your center. You're just not going to.
So, man, I'm loving this.
Barbershop talk.
So, check this out, man. So listen. Jordan, okay, so do y'all agree that Jordan is the most influential basketball player of all time?
Yeah, I think he changed the game.
Agree with that?
He changed. He got all these boys money now.
You got some 11s on, right?
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
absolutely.
All right, cool.
He started rappers doing that shit.
Right. So I'm gonna ask y'all this, man. See y'all animated characters, bro. Y'all are good characters. What was one of y'all favorite movies of all time?
Ooh, I knew that question was coming when you asked the last guest.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I think I got two.
Dead Presidents is one of my favorite movies of all time.
That was not what
I forgot about that.
Black Panther.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Dead Presidents. I'm a history dude.
dude.
I'm a history dude, so I like the progression. I like the way that movie moved from the 70s to the, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just one of my favorite movies. Plus, I'm a big Lorenz Tate, Clifton Powell fan because they so versatile. They can be bad guys, good guys, funny, whatever.
Let's go.
So that's me.
If I had to pick one movie though, I'm gonna go with Above the Rim.
That's my favorite movie of all
I'm gonna go with
time.
Above the Rim, man. That's my favorite movie. I watched Above the Rim back to back.
That was one of the best soundtrack movies ever of all
Yeah.
Pull out a little liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Above the Rim, man.
So
So what's your favorite movie?
Above the Rim would definitely be my favorite movie of all time, man. Then we watched one the other day that I may have to throw it up there. The other guy. Y'all seen the other guy? Oh my God. Boy, I been stupid. Y'all seen that shit?
Hey, when them niggas jumped off the building, man.
What? I don't see that shit so funny, bro. Bro, so I can imagine, I ain't smoked weed in a minute, but I watched that video, I was down laughing because these clowns literally jumped off the building. Talking about aim for the bushes.
That shit was hilarious.
The Rock and
Samuel.
Oh man.
No, nobody ever say Samuel L. Jackson.
Right.
His name is Samuel L.
I'm
Samuel
gonna throw another one honorable mention, Juice.
Juice is one of my favorites.
Because I always remember that I couldn't see Yo Bishop. What are you
But see, I wouldn't even pick
move
Juice.
my ass, nigga. So
Hey, yo, kid!
Juice.
I would pick Juice over New Jack City though.
I said you can't. That's a different. That's a different level.
I wouldn't pick Juice over New Jack City.
That boy West is a different level. Come on.
Hey, New Jack City would be over Juice for me.
What?
New Jack City would be over Juice.
What? Oh.
Just
That boy.
but sip
Hey, that's how West is popping his collar alone. You feel me? Like.
New Jack City has so much in it, man.
Yeah, New Jack City
This was tough.
Yeah.
So man, I just want to I'm gonna piggyback on some other things, bro. So like next, man, what do y'all see Big Talk, Big Game doing in the future, man? Because right now y'all boys are killing it, man. It is going. Y'all might as well come out with a TV series, all kinds of shit. What's
Man, you know what I'm
next?
saying? Like, our goal is definitely be a powerful podcast, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, be on TV, like some other shows. That's definitely our goal.
Just getting more guests, getting more out there, getting people to talk they talk on our show, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's about empowering us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we get people on there to tell whatever it is they got going on, and we have fun with them. Show these people that these people might be entrepreneurs or whatever, entertainment, but they real people. And you can, we're trying to show people personality no matter what it is they do. that exudes over the camera in that space. But we do other things. We do the game night thing.
Yeah.
We got a showcase. We did a showcase last year. We had Head Crack from
Also,
Dish Nation.
So y'all had some iconic guests.
Also,
yeah, we do a showcase.
Coming up next week, we're going to be on V103.
Yeah, we'll be on V103 next
We'll
week.
be on V103
They got
next week,
a singing competition
Yeah.
that they invited us to do some media on, and we've been following it. It's
Y'all
kind of like a Black
like that.
American Idol, so we're gonna be on that.
Yo.
But yeah, our showcase, we did it last year. People keep asking us to do it again. We have artists. We do it like March Madness style.
Yeah.
So it's like brackets. So we'll have this artist go against this artist. The judges will pick who moves on, and we'll give them a cash prize at the end. So that's been fun. So we're gonna do that again this year. So you know.
So check this out. So how do you feel about college basketball overall, about the NIL deals and the payment of the players? Because I feel like in certain aspects, it took away the hunger of folks getting it out the hood. You know what I'm saying? These guys that mama ain't or dad ain't got this much, but they're so good in this particular sport that they supersede all the talent and go straight to the league or go to college. You know, them under-table deals and stuff like that.
And that definitely makes sense because, like you said, you know, when you started giving them these big millions of dollars, like you said, you know, the hunger is gone.
Yeah,
you know
it is.
You basically got college players at 17, 18, 19, 20 years old making probably more money than NBA or NFL players.
Or they're making more money than they would.
And your professors.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
And the coaches.
you already making $10 million at 19 years old.
Right.
How is your professor or your coach or anybody gonna be able to tell you how to get to the bag? Or how they gonna tell you what you need to be doing to be successful? I'm making $10 million, you only making, you know what I'm saying, $90,000, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell me how to get what I need to get? I'm more successful than you.
I think what they need to do is, if you're gonna do that, because we've been screaming this whole time back in the day, man, pay them boys, man. Y'all making money off these guys. But you got to do it right. And I think they need to have classes mandatory where you know how to use your money. They need to have that in the NBA. Because how many times you see 30s going broke? People being broke, 30 for 30s on. People burning their money because you gave a 19-year-old $8 million a year. Now his parents can't tell him shit.
Right.
Yo, professor, if you ain't making this much, my professor, what you teaching me?
Yeah, cause
I learned how to finesse and get what I need to do off my talent, so I don't need this. So you got to be able to work it in a way
everybody's
to what you
example
do.
of basketball.
I don't.
Antoine Walker. Y'all remember Antoine
Yeah.
Walker?
Yeah.
Cyber Twan?
Yeah.
Get it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think they should pay the NIL. I don't think they should make the NIL millions of dollars. Just to be honest with you. I think there should be a cap as far as how much they should get. I don't think they should be getting $5-6 million as a student. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all,
That's
bro.
really
Like, so let's talk about the Bronny James instance. How y'all feel about him? So Bronny James had a smooth route to the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's put in the work and whatnot. I'm not gonna discredit his talent because he's a talent. He is a talent because you still got selected to play and you have gotten the game and scored 10 points or more. So how you feel about like the nepotism about that? You know what I'm saying? So
well, we all knew Bronny wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? We all knew Bronny wasn't ready for the NBA. But can no dad, father, or anybody that, you know what I'm saying, that's in a high profession like LeBron was, tell me that they're not gonna put their kid on? If I'm in the NBA and I got as much clout as LeBron and my son is coming up and I got the power to do that, I don't care if my son is ready or not. You coming.
You going.
You know what I'm saying? You coming.
That so
and I'm going to make sure you get in this NBA. Now, whether you last it or not, that's on you. But if I got the power like LeBron got, I don't care if you're ready or not, son. You coming. You in the NBA.
I want to say this. I want to be on the record. I'm not mad at that at all because I would do the same thing for my child. But I feel like certain people, it was people in that league, in that draft pool that were better than him.
Yeah, and I will say this. You would be mad if your son or you yourself was doing way better than Bronny and he got in. But that's also the world. That's life.
Yeah.
So you would have to explain to your son or your daughter, or you would have to have somebody explain to you if you're that kid and you like, I'm averaging 25 in the league and I didn't even get drafted. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm doing this, and that, and I didn't get drafted. But this nigga go in and got his dad. Guess what? That life, homie. That's going to happen. And you can't do shit about it because you can't tell a owner or a GM who to take a chance on. Because there's always people, whether they related or not, that's going to go up ahead of you even though you're doing better. But it just is what it is. When you got somebody that got power gonna run all that.
Because you got to look at it like that. Just take sports out of it. If you're an owner or a CEO of a business and your son looking for a job, but then you got another guy you have no idea is also looking for a job as well, who you gonna get that job to? You
But people think that's wrong.
You gonna get a job to your son.
People think nepotism wrong.
To keep the legacy going, because the business gonna go to him anyway.
If you own a company and somebody's less qualified, but she fine as shit, and you just want somebody fine around your office, guess what? Helga, you're not gonna get the damn job, Helga. Sit your ass down. Bring Stacy ass over here. That's just life. And it's unfair. It's unfair, but guess what? Life is unfair.
Right.
Because what you think black people been going through forever? That's why they're getting rid of DEI. Even though we don't need DEI, we don't need affirmative action, but we taught as black people, you just gonna have to be better than everybody.
Yeah.
Women's been taught forever. You just gonna have to be better than these men. You're gonna have to come with something different.
Yeah.
It just happens. That's life. If you own some shit, you ain't gotta worry about it.
And that's why we say, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to women, you know what I'm saying, we always say at the same time, we feel like women got an advantage because sex sells. That's sex appeal. So if a woman is sexy, she gonna get more flavor than a man is because this is what we want. We want this.
At the same
appeal.
time, unfortunately, a lot of times she has to use that. So you gotta use things to get you ahead. Now you ain't trying to. You gotta still have your values, your morals. But if she show a little cleavage, she not doing that shit for shits and gigs. She doing that shit for an advantage on your ass.
There you go.
Because dude with the bald head usually if she came in looking like a prude, a lot of men in these CEO positions gonna take that man. A lot of white people gonna take white people. If you see a brother and you own some shit, and the candidates are one brother and 5 white men, you know you're gonna look out for that nigga.
Right, you're gonna look out for
People
him.
do that, unfortunately, but that's what it is. That's society.
As you should.
You should.
Now you touched on DEI, right? And I gotta say this. Now to do your research, like you said, we didn't need DEI. We wasn't benefiting from it anyway.
Right.
White women were. It's 6 demographics on there, and we are the last one in a small percentage.
Putting everybody in front of us.
Everybody's always been in front of us, so we gotta be the best. But nowadays, people are abandoning like Target, Walmart, and whoever else because they got rid of the DEI. It wasn't for us in the first place. We just didn't know it.
Right.
We assumed that it was for us, and it never was.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you said that because you're absolutely right.
Man,
absolutely. Because I got a friend that actually Target did this whole Black History thing. So she got her pillow script. Shout out D. She got her stuff in Target, and I asked her. I said, "What you think about this? Just curious. What you think about this DEI shit and people talking about boycotting?" And she was like, "I think they should still buy at Target. Just find out the black brands or whatever if you want to support black, you know." But it's just one of those things where, like you just stated, it's really that DEI shit really just was a way to put everybody in front of us. Right. Asians got a bill signed by Joe Biden,
and you know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's just so many things that put in front of us anyway.
And I think as far as with that DEI as well, to touch on it as well too, is that I think as black people we're followers. A lot of us are followers. We're gonna follow whatever everybody else is doing.
We're consumers.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you were saying, you know, we at the bottom of the totem pole, and we got the people above us boycotting, you know what I'm saying, the target for DEI. We like, oh, okay, I guess we got to do it too. We got to fall in line. But what's going to end up happening? We already know it's going to last about 2 weeks, and we're going to be right back at Target again, shopping at that.
I will say this though: people can say what they want about Trump, say what they want about Joe Biden, but if you go to WhiteHouse.gov and look at the rescissions, it is very traditional for a new administration to rescind old executive orders from the previous administration. But I don't even think people knew that these ones were in place. They said, well, he don't do nothing for black people. Well, these specific ones are on there. They say African Americans specifically in that executive order. And Trump rescinded every last one of them. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
So people say, well, Joe didn't do that for black people. He did. But you didn't look hard enough to find out what he actually did.
Right.
It may not have been any money involved, but we don't really need money. We need policy. But what he did do was he put a bunch of circuit court judges in place. Those are the courts that are the gatekeepers of the Supreme Court, if you will.
Yeah.
So that right there was a positive.
And you know that from going to the website, what you say, whitehouse.gov?
Yeah.
I don't have to do nothing to know what Trump doing. That's all I'm saying as far as keeping up with the times.
Trump's gonna tell you exactly what he's doing.
He's gonna tell you. He's gonna be voting. He's gonna say. That's why people. That's why a lot of people resonate with him. Oh, he keeping it real. He ain't no politician. He a businessman. All that is just optics. But when you scroll on any social media, you're gonna scroll through something that Trump has put in place or something. And all I'm saying is the Democrats in general, I'm not just saying Biden, I'm just saying in general, being vocal and getting to the people, Trump has that on lock. Only because whether you agree with it, like it, hate what he say, love what he say, follow or don't follow, you know what's going on a little bit more. And that's what I'm saying. That's what should be done in this day and age.
Trump,
I think he makes it easier for people. That's why he resonates with some people that would say a little bit not as smart as everybody else. He makes it easy for you to get that information, and now you can make a decision.
I think I can sum up what you're saying, and what you're saying is Trump is accessible.
Exactly.
However, I think Trump causes a lot of confusion and a lot of chaos.
And a lot of division.
I'm going to make some noise over here while I'm robbing you over there.
There you go.
He's doing that right now.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's doing that right now.
It's such in your face. Now you have to decide, and that's why it's so much divisions now. It's like, man, I don't agree with this. I agree with this. I don't agree with this. I like what he's saying, though. He's being in our face with it. But he's saying bullshit. Or he's doing shit that doesn't even really help.
He's telling you, I'm robbing you right now. And you laughing about it because you ain't taking him serious.
He told those people that may have immigrant family members or people here that, hey, I'm coming through with this ICE shit and I'm getting rid of some folks. He's doing this shit. He's saying it. Now you can agree with it or not, but you know what? It's accessible. It's transparent.
I mean, honestly, I think it's necessary. I think it should be more humane.
Absolutely.
But they need to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because if we came in somebody else's country illegally, man, we'll be in so much trouble fast.
And this needs to be said, Hispanics are the largest immigrant group, but they're not the only ones that are illegal here.
Not at all.
At all. Not by
and that's what's dangerous is the language that he uses when he gives this communication to us. And now we think, well, all these Latinos, all these Mexicans, and it's like that's the dangerous part. Yeah. Because people are stupid overall.
And like right now what Trump did, Trump cut off aid to South Africa. Elon Musk is from where? South Africa.
Right.
So there's
that. And all we hear from Biden, we heard he gave all this money to Ukraine. Like you hear certain snippets and you only got so much information to make a decision on. Unless you go out and seek it. And let's just be real. A lot of people ain't gonna go out and seek it. And what they say about black people for years, you wanna hire someone from black people, put it in the book.
There you go.
Go research.
There you go.
You just said something about being followers. We're consumers.
They hide it on the internet. They still won't go look.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So if you're Obama, if you're the Democrat, you gotta have the wherewithal to know I need to be able to reach these people in a way where it resonates with them and they can follow me in whatever movement, whatever it is.
If it ain't on the Explore page, they ain't seen it.
That lets you know people on the Democrat side or liberal side or whatever. That's the problem when you have it's always Democrat, Republican, but there are other parties. And the reason that other parties don't really get as much love or get as much information, they don't have the money behind it to put shit out.
They need that machine. And
they don't have that machine. The Democrats have a machine where they can do that. They're not utilizing it in a way where it resonates with people. So now Republicans didn't have no competition. Kamala got smoked at the election.
I mean, she should, because
she got smoked.
First of all, she's not like us, all right? So even if she was, people said, well, she married to that white dude, so she a bad wench, which I thought so. Right? But that being said, on some real shit, what was she offering us? Oh, I'm one of y'all, vote for me. You was sitting in the White House with Joe this whole time and you didn't do shit.
Right.
So what are you gonna do different now?
And never really explained.
If she had took a bold move and said, listen, I didn't agree with this. Moving forward, this is what I'm gonna do. She might have had a shot.
What they thought they was gonna do was say, okay, the American people ain't gonna go for Trump saying this crazy shit. No, that's not gonna happen for you. You can't just go around saying I'm an AKA and I'm light skinned and hey, you should vote for me.
Stop it right
That's
now.
not gonna work out.
Hold on right now.
That's not gonna work out. And it didn't.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now.
She got beat like the Commanders got beat by Philly. She just got beat.
I'm gonna tell you one of her biggest downfalls, man. One of her biggest downfalls is that she didn't have enough time like Trump did. Trump had 4 full years to build his case. Kamala had 90 days to build a damn case. It wasn't gonna happen.
Considering
it wasn't gonna happen.
Considering that, she did okay.
So you tell me somebody that's came fresh off a rookie is gonna be the great person that has seen and been all these trials and tribulations?
That was an order. I'm just
but you gotta look at.
But what did she do with the time she did have? She didn't do enough in the time that she did have.
What was she supposed to do?
She was supposed to be out there more.
Nigga, I would have did. I would have did exactly what she did.
She did the same thing the Democrats always do. They played it safe. They played it safe.
Hey, I would do exactly what she did. I ain't the president. I'm the vice. It ain't my call.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So what can she
She
do?
didn't take no bold moves.
So what can she do?
All
She ain't the president. She the vice. What can she do?
She took the same blueprint that the Democrats been using for years, which has not been working.
Yeah.
What can she do? She's the vice president. If I'm the owner of the team, the general manager can't do nothing. I can't tell him he ain't gonna do.
None of that mattered when she decided to be the president.
It don't matter when.
No,
when she decides.
Once they put her to be the president, that was her change.
90 days.
This is
90. You gonna get something done in 90 days?
Okay. 90 days was not enough time.
Exactly. You gonna get something done in 90 days?
In those 90 days, at what point did she distance herself from Joe Biden?
You
They asked her straight up, "What are you going to do?"
You're not gonna be
She
able.
said nothing.
You're not gonna be able to do that in 90 days.
It don't take but 1 minute to do that.
She cut her
You're not
own
gonna do
throat.
that.
It don't take but one speech to do that. She didn't do
You're not
that.
gonna
She
do that
didn't
in 90
separate
days.
herself. She backed Joe on everything.
You're not gonna distance yourself from the person that you
Why
voted
not?
for.
Bro, she could have
I'm
said,
talking about once they decided that she was gonna run, she never distanced herself.
I'm not gonna distance myself from the owner. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
He's not the owner no more. He was done.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. So the owner gave. If I'm a general manager, and the owner just slid and resigned and gave me the position to be the owner, I'm not gonna distance myself from him.
Then you
know
will
what
make
I'm
the
saying?
same mistake because that's your time to
No,
shine.
I'm not gonna make the mistake. I'm gonna do the same thing. Know what I'm
Then
saying?
you
I'm
gonna
not
lose
gonna
just
change
like
it.
she did because that was her time to say.
If I had more time, I would have lost.
But peep this, no, because peep
If I had
this.
more time, I would have lost.
Before she became the vice president, she was running against Joe Biden. All she had to do was say, "Hey, I was chosen as vice president, but this is my stand." She took no stand.
No,
She took no distance.
she could have killed that. She could have said with respect to Joe
You,
Biden,
you don't need 90 days for that.
I'm going to do
Yeah,
things different.
you need more time.
That's one word. Listen, I'm not Joe Biden.
How
That's
much-
it.
well, how much
I'm
time
doing
is
this,
enough?
this,
How
and
much
this.
time is enough time?
What she needs?
As much time as Trump had. As much time as Trump
She didn't
had.
have that. 'Cause-
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
Joe Biden did that. That was him.
Okay, so you can't put it on her.
She still didn't try to make any
No, you can't put it on her.
And she had 90 days of opportunity. What did she do those 90 days? She just said the same thing Joe Biden said.
She still didn't do that in those 90 days.
No, what's that?
No, 90 days wasn't enough, but at the same
Right.
time, she still made no attempt to distance herself from him at all.
Man, I would
No.
have, and I would have did the same thing. I would have did myself
All she
either.
basically was saying, I'm going to continue Joe's legacy, which was to her detriment. If she had distanced herself even a little bit from him, she might have had more
This is the thing.
No,
If the coach,
she still would have had no chance.
if you want to put it like that, if the coach resigns and you come in as intermediary and you do the same thing, you're gonna lose the same way. You made no changes to the team.
No,
if the coach get fired,
No.
why would you do the same thing that the fired coach did? You wouldn't do that.
Because I'm not saying because they like me for who I am.
You're not gonna get hired on then.
Why people get hired on then? Can they do the same thing that people do before?
No, they
But
don't.
they-
You gotta make it your team.
Right, off you. No, I'm saying off you.
Because what they do, first thing they do, they got rid of that quarterback. I want my guys in. I'm gonna get my coordinators in. You gonna switch up your shit.
But it's gonna be the same regimen though. It's gonna be the same
Not
regimen.
necessarily.
It's gonna be the
Not
same
necessarily.
regimen.
Man, I love y'all guys, man. Y'all gotta come back for part 2, man. I mess with y'all. I don't want to say fuck with y'all, but I mess with y'all because y'all was are genuine people, genuine friends, man. Y'all tell me if I did some shit wrong. Real, definitely let me know. I don't look right now. I don't look right.
I know it's gonna look right. This birthday celebration about to look
Right,
right.
Oh my God.
We about to
Hey,
get
listen. I want everybody out there to take a picture of Perry right now. Because I'm telling you right now, by the end of the night,
We won't be looking like that.
he ain't gonna be looking like this. He ain't gonna be looking like this.
Hey, man, I love y'all.
Remember this moment. Remember this moment at this time of what he looked like right now.
I've been on cruise control right now.
I see it.
Hey,
That's what you supposed to be.
But look up.
Let's see what color his jacket is gonna be at the end of the night.
Oh my God. Hey man, y'all plug get y'all social medias out, man.
Man, you know what I'm saying? You know how to find us at Big Talk Big Game on everything, man. You know what I'm saying? All social media platforms.
Big talk,
man.
big game underscore. That's what
You
we
feel
have.
me? You know what I'm saying? Big Talk Big Game, man. We on everything. You feel me? Also on the HHN network. You feel me, man? Y'all make sure y'all download that app now. You know what I'm
HHN.tv,
saying?
man. We
Catch
out
all
here.
our episodes, our short clips, our, you know what I'm saying, films we got coming up or whatnot, man. We actually shooting a film next month in Miami.
Yeah, we
You know what I'm saying? We shoot a movie in Miami next month, you know what I'm saying? So, yo, just keep up with us, man.
Man, you want to be on the show, man? Hit us up, man. You got something you want to say, man? Let us know, man. We got you, bro.
Yeah.
We got you.
Let's go, man.
Hey man, this is Prime Time Live, Dangerous Paradise TV, man. I want to shout everybody out behind the camera.
Prime Time
Live. I've been partner Chill Will, my partner Jason, my new partner right here, man. He just gave y'all a hell of a question, man.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Production, man. I'm like they one swab, man. Hey man, it's Prime Time Live, man. I'm done. Danger_done on IG, Prime Time Live. You know what I'm saying? Danger Paradise TV on YouTube, man. Hey, man. 420 of London, HHN TV, man. Hey, one voice, one platform. Hey, man, all that cool shit, man. But, hey, man, we in Macon, Georgia. 584, Poplar Street, man. 584, Poplar Street, Imagination Studios, man. Y'all come from here, man.
Shaking and making.
Let's get it.
There it is.
Yeah.